Most people think you need tens of thousands of pounds to start investing in property. I'm telling you right now, there is another way that you can start making money in the property market without owning a single house. This is called rent to rent, and I'm going to break it down and show you exactly how it works in 7 simple steps. So we have the landlord, then we have the property, then we have you, then we have the guests or tenants. So this is going to be the basic rent to rent model. You have a landlord who owns the property. Instead of them renting to tenants themselves, they rent it to you. You are then going to either rent it out on Airbnb to guests, or you can rent the rooms out individually to tenants. And the revenue that you bring in doing this strategy, you might bring in £3,000 in revenue. The property itself, you might be paying £1,800 a month in rent. Then after expenses, you keep the difference. So you sit in the middle and you manage the property. You're solving a landlord's problem because they don't want to do any of this. They don't want to manage tenants. They don't want to rent it out themselves. They don't want to rent it on Airbnb. So you are agreeing to pay the landlord a guaranteed rent every single month without fail, £1,800. For example, they get that same rent every month, whether the property is full or not. You don't just take a punt on the property. You're not just going to, yeah, this looks okay. You're obviously going to do a lot of market research to make sure it works with this target market. You know, if you're going to go down the Airbnb route, then be sure that it definitely will work on Airbnb. If you're going to go down the HMO market, then you've got to test the market. Make sure you do get real live tenant demand. People that actually want to move into the rooms before you even make an offer on the property. So you're not wasting your time, you're not wasting the landlord's time. That way you can truly guarantee being a very strong word, you know, there's only 2 guarantees in life, and that's death and taxes. But essentially this is a guaranteed rent scheme. You are going to guarantee the landlord £1,800 a month every single month because you've done your solid market research. You know it will work, hence why you'll take the property on, sign the contracts, spend a few thousand kitting it out to then make the strategy work. So you're going to go through all that hard work, and that is why you can keep the difference. And in this example, the difference is £1,200 before expenses. Your expenses might be £500, then you're making £700 a month profit. Let's say for argument's sake the landlord was going to rent it out themselves. Okay, they might rent the whole property for £1,800 to a family, right? But then they've got the tenant rights. What if that family can't pay rent? You know, you do hear of these stories. People are made redundant, more so than ever now because of AI. People are losing their jobs. People can't get jobs. So the landlord, the risk of renting themselves, they might not like. They might love this element. So let's say we go down the tenant route. So let's say to get 3,000 revenue, you need to market each bedroom at £600. That includes the bills. You'll be paying the bills. £600 per room times 5 bedrooms. That brings in a revenue of £3,000. Your bills might be £500. The rent is £1,800. So that is £700 profit, guys, from renting the rooms individually. So that's £700. How much would an extra £700 a month make to you? So this is why this model works. You're solving a landlord's problem. They want it more passive. They don't want to manage the property or the tenant or the guests. Nothing to do with that section. They just want this coming in. Peace of mind. So we have HMO. We have short-term stays, we have social housing. So rent to rent is not just one strategy. There are multiple ways to increase the income from a property. So HMOs is one I've just given the example of. This is renting the rooms out on an individual basis to working professionals and or students. So they move in, they will become your tenant. You manage the tenant. Then you've got Airbnb. Everybody knows what Airbnb is. This is where you rent the whole property out on a night by night basis. This can generate awesome revenue as long as you do a good job and there's systems, and obviously you have guest management to do as well. Then you have social housing. So you will find a provider, you will work with councils, you will work with landlords. So there's more parties involved, but ultimately you're solving everybody's problem, and then it becomes passive income for you. But you become an expert property sourcer, facilitator. There's 2 parties to solve problems for. So what exactly makes a deal work? So you've got location, you've got demand, and you've got numbers. So if the numbers don't work, the deal doesn't work. The income, the revenue that you're making must be more than the rent and bills. And it must be substantial enough to not run a high risk business. So the risk is the landlord has to be paid every single month, whether your property is full or not. That's the risk. This is a business, guys. This isn't some get rich quick scheme. You're operating a business. There's marketing, there's systems, there's power teams, there's market research. It's calculated risk as opposed to just a risk. So if I go back to this model, we have the landlord, we have you, then we have the end users. Rent to rent is simply just controlling the property as opposed to owning it. You guarantee the rent to the landlord every single month. You manage the property, you increase the revenue, you provide value. You know, Jim Rohn says you're paid for the value you deliver to the marketplace. So if you can solve a landlord's problem and you deliver value to guests or tenants by providing a nice house, then you're increasing the value of the marketplace, therefore larger income, and you keep the difference. £700 profit in this example. This is one of the reasons that many people are getting started in property, because you don't need tens of thousands of pounds to get started and get in and get financially free. Become free. Leave the 9 to 5, escape the rat race by controlling properties, not saving for years, more than 10 years now, to get enough to put a deposit on a house that you're going to live in. Then you've got to save enough to pay for the stamp duty as well. And all while you're not saving to invest to become financially free. In my opinion, the first ever goal, substantial goal that people need to tick, try not to rely on a job. My nephew, he's 17, he's got a girlfriend, and she asked me, should she just quit her job? And I said, definitely not. Don't just quit your job. I don't know what your expenses are, your needs, definitely not. But what you should do is aim to become financially free and not rely on a job. So she's in a part-time job at the moment. I said, cool, stay there. Don't get a full-time job and then your expenses increase to meet that full-time job. Keep your current expenses where they are. Don't fall in line with the pressures of your circle and friends and family by trying to get on the property ladder. Become financially free. It's the best thing in the world. And that's why people get started in rent to rent, is to become financially free. It's important to really understand that this is a business. This isn't a get rich quick scheme. You still need the right property, the right numbers, the right marketing strategies, and the right management. So if you want to see real examples of how these deals work in the real world, I've got absolutely tons of property tours with my students all around the UK right here.